is also known as Northside Outlaw, and he's here today to talk about some of the work that he's been doing and the work that he's putting together and some of the upcoming things that are happening. So how are you today, brother?
Sister, I'm good. Is this where I'm at on the, as far as the mic?
Mm-hmm.
I am doing well. I am doing well, excited. There's so much going on right now in our communities. We're in the process. I don't know if are we going into the interview as of yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we got a lot of great things coming up. We're in the process of doing first time in this city, actually our region, 2018 Texas Women's Forum. I'm gonna say that again. It's gonna be the 2018 Texas Women's Forum, and this is a great opportunity not only for the city but for this region, for us to bring all the sisters of our community together in one place, no matter what their religious background or religious preference, where they come from, what street, what location. We are here to bring all of our sisters together, and not only bring them together but discuss some of the issues that they're dealing with men. And we not only want to discuss it, but we want to have solutions, and we will have solutions toward the end. We got some beautiful, spirited, and beautiful sisters who are speaking at this event. We hope Deniz can squeeze us in and have some words. But yeah, before I even go into further what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to thank All Real Radio. Out of all the radio stations in this city, and I want this to go on the record, of all the radio stations in this city, All Real Radio has supported the community over and over again, especially concerning myself, me being a real hip-hop artist, unlike what we know here in Houston, what Houston is known for. There are real hip-hop artists. You only see one side of it. Mm. So thank you for giving us a platform for us to speak not only to the radio listeners, but speak to those who are unable to get out. And All Real Radio has always been there for the community. Shout out to Brother Zen, because we're going to continue to hold his name up.
That's right.
Every time I come over here, I speak to the brother in the spirit, and I bring the spirit on the inside. So it's always a blessing to have that, brother. But yeah, back to the program, 2018 Women's Forum.
Yeah, so, you know, what inspired you to do this? Why now?
Well, this idea actually came from our main speaker. I don't want to spoil it. One of our elders in the community. He's also a soldier. He's seen it from both different angles. This brother actually tasked myself and Brother Nasir Muhammad to bring the city together, because he wants to address the sisters, because he's seeing a need where, as men, we have failed our women in the community. Not all of us, but collectively we have to do more as far as protecting our sisters, protecting our women, protecting our children. And God laid that on his heart. Along with my brother, we were tasked with making this thing happen for the city. And Brother Nasir, along with myself, will be hosting this great event, and also in support of the sisters in our community.
So what are some of the things that you'll be speaking on specifically dealing with women and protection?
Protection. I will say this, we have a variety of sisters from all different backgrounds that will be actually at the table. We have a sister that's been locked up and still trying to raise her children. We have a female veterans who served in combat, not just sitting on the base. They actually served in combat, trying to raise their family. We have battered women. We have women who have been raped and molested, and some who have survived that. We have women who are now have gone through these different type of situations, who are now business owners, and they're giving back to the community. They're taking their situation and bringing it to the public, because we know somebody in that audience is going to be dealing with the same thing or has dealt with that prior to coming to the event. So once they can see that, hey, you know, as a woman, I went through this, and there is hope on the other side. Now, one of the things, just to answer your question, we're going to be dealing with protection. Our women, and just for me, speaking for me, we have not, as men, we have not protected our communities like we should. And that's just straight off the cuff. We're going to be dealing with that, because nowadays you see, you know, women who are raising their children, who are raising a home, who's the breadwinner. So where's the man? And that's not in all cases. I'm just talking more or less like in the what I see in the inner city. That's an insult. Why should your woman carry the whole load? My teacher has taught me that a nation can rise no higher than its woman. So if you don't understand the woman and her value, you don't understand yourself.
Yeah. We talk about that often, like revolution is impossible without the woman being involved.
That's right.
Yeah. Like this, we hold it down.
And you just hit on a major point, because the brother, I was in a meeting with Brother Nasir on yesterday. He was actually saying that it's the women who will lead this revolution. You know, the question came, well, why are you not going to do a men's meeting? We're going to do that too.
Right.
But we have to understand who gives us our power.
So this meeting, this event is women only. Yes.
The only men that you will see will be the men who are on post, who are escorting the sisters in and out. The security will be provided by Black Rain Security. Those are the only brothers that you will see, other than myself, the host. I say Brother Minister Nasir. He actually wears many hats. But myself, Brother Nasir, and our elder, who will be speaking to close the whole session out. This is not the first event that we're going to do, but this is going to kick off a movement in this city. You know how we do, we always like to meet. No, after that we are going to work.
Yeah. So why are you, because that was my question as well, well, would, you know, men being present help the situation, because then they could understand, but I see you trying to create a safe space for women to express. So why are you starting with women?
Well, in this particular situation, we understand who the woman is. The birth process, and I'm trying not to go into this without teaching, we understand and reverence her birth. Whatever she deals with during birth is what she gives out. If she's bred fear, that same fear would be in that child. So it starts with the birth canal. And I'm trying not to go into what we're going to be teaching on, but it's the reverence of her womb. If we can reprogram her to understanding her worth and her value, then she can instill that in her child. That goes to that whole value piece. Now I want to address real quick what you just said. The reason we won't this particular go around and have men involved, because we have sisters in there who would not open up if they know a man is in there, especially if they've dealt with molestations and rape. We are creating, like you said, a safe haven for women of this community to be involved and not worried about, oh, if I say this man is going to feel this way.
Right.
Being that I'm the facilitator, I facilitate groups right now in the community. I facilitate male, female, and transgender. And that's what I do now for a living. So in those conversations, in those groups, you have to create a comfortable environment. Then after you can hear what the needs are, then we want to address those needs. This is why I have a collection of a variety of sisters, because we want the sisters to feel like, well, you know what, I've been through that. But you can make it. So shout out to all the sisters. We got Sister Erica Barnes. I just want to bring that out. Sister Phoenix Lorraine. We got a female veteran, combat veteran, Sister Alvina Randolph. We got Sister Camlin. Also, we got vendors as well who are bringing art, selling artwork. What you name it, it's going to be a beautiful event. We got Sister Stephanie Rucker of Charmed Rucker Productions. So we got just a big family of sisters who are now going to lead this event, letting the world know that right here in Houston we have issues, but we are connecting together to solve issues collectively for our community.
Well, I'm excited to know that, you know, whatever comes out of these conversations, you can then take and structure the male side of these meetings. And, you know, in indigenous ways, a lot of people don't know because we're very used to Western ways of doing things. But, you know, in indigenous circles and the Zapatistas today, there's always talk circles from women, talk circles from the men, and then they come together, they talk together and create solutions. So, you know, while some people may not understand that or feel like every voice needs to be in all of the conversation, there's reasons. Because I think even men in some instances won't say certain things in front of women. Like, there's a certain imagery or whatever else. And, you know, I have definitely seen the power of both sides of that. You know, the women being on their own, the men being on their own. And one of the things that we have been exploring, I think, as a society is this idea that men do not show emotion, and why don't they show emotion, and it's not seen as supported by, you know, a lot of people for men to even shed a tear or show themselves in that way. And I think that's part of what needs to be cracked. You know, there's some fluidity there. We all come from one creator, one spirit, and no one person holds all of certain emotions and all of others. And so to be able to, you know, kind of navigate those things, I think will most definitely create some solutions. And I love the fact that our community continues, and I think like in a global community, responsible community, that we're able to create solutions, not be reactionary all the time and be like, this is what our enemy's doing, or this is how they're trying to you know, keep us down, but that we already have the solution. So that when people come and do try to tear something down, it's like, actually we're impenetrable because we've already been having these conversations, we've already been dealing with these issues and these ideas, and all coming to the table. And you know, I know that Brother Huddin, you weren't here right at the beginning, but I played Sonny Patterson's In Zips to start this show, because I said, you know, paying homage to the ancestors and the things that that were brought, and always realizing and recognizing what that brother gave us, and recognizing what people that paved the way for us to get to the place that we are. So yeah, I just totally just went in a whole vein, but you know, that idea that we brought together, because it's not too many places you're gonna see Henry Dara and Huddin Shakur in the same place, and sitting next to each other, and knowing one another, and you know, maybe even moving forward, because that Bun B track was the bomb, right? And knowing that, did I say Bun B?
Yeah, you said it.
Okay, so I'm like, but you know, knowing that this is what we're capable of, this fusion of things, and I think that's something that our brother was always about. We continue to hold down, and everybody that walks, you know, away from the situation. So, you know, I want to thank the both of you for being here and bringing your energy. And people don't know too that Huddin is a hip hop artist and has been, and you know, very outspoken brother. He always asks me if I'm mad at him. He's like, you mad? Is that why you having a vibe? I'm like, no, just come. Just come over. We're always here. But you know, never that. Always we want the real. We want the real side of all aspects of people and everybody. And I feel like when we show our vulnerability and our ability to like come together like that, it shows people that that is the way. You know, you start from you and you go out from there. So thank you both, and I want you to say how people can keep in touch with you, and also when is this conference taking place?
Oh man, which one? This just the first one. Right before I answer that question, I want to thank Sister Kim Ali
Yes.
and Brother Nasir. Even with my background, my training, my voyages through life, they've always been there. They've seen me from where I was to where God has blessed me, blessed us to reach at this level. And I really want to thank them too, because every time I turn around, it's always, when the smoke clears, it's always those two. So shout out to Sister Kim Ali, Brother Nasir, for always being there. This is going to be April 29th.
Yes.
Put it on your calendar. April 29th at the Shape Center, the Alameda location. I'm going to say that again. April 29th at 3 p.m. Why do we set it up for 3 p.m.? Because some people go to church, and then after that they go to churches.
Yeah.
So, I'm a comedian too. You might want to add that one to my resume.
Your rapport.
But, yeah, my rapport. April 29th at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So you're going to have plenty time not only to mix and mingle with the sisters, but we're going to have solutions, and we're going to have also vendors. Brother Nasir will be bringing on our main speaker. We have sisters who are speaking, but Brother Nasir will be speaking as well, bringing on our main speaker, and we're looking forward to an awesome time. Once again, I don't have the address, but there's only 2 Shape Centers, one on Live Oak and one on Alameda, and we'll be at the Alameda location at 3 p.m. April 29th.
Ashe. So yeah, tell people where they can reach you.
You can reach me at 1-800. No, I'm just kidding. You can reach me on Instagram at Northside. You know, we from the South, so
Yeah,
we got
tell
slang.
them
We got
how to
South and North. I'm from the North by way of Third Ward, so it's NAWFSIDE_outlaw. Why do I call myself outlaw? I'm sure everybody know now my affiliation with Tupac's Outlaws. Northside _outlaw at Instagram. On Facebook, you can reach me under Huddin, that's short for Salahuddin. You can reach me under Huddin, Huddin Shakur. Huddin Shakur. Reach me on Twitter, Northside, I gotta say it like that, Northside _outlaw. Denise, thank you so much.
Thank you. And we still have Henry in the house, so
Henry.
Tell people how they can just follow you.
HenryDarragh. Just look and put it in Google. I'm there.
Awesome. So again, thank you both for being here. And just like I asked Henry, again, this is the mitote. That stands for, you know, that space you hold when things are chaotic. And you still find that centering thing. So can you tell the people something that you do to get to that place in yourself, Huddin?
Comedic yoga.
Yes.
Comedic yoga / what I've been taught from my instructor, who's I didn't mention earlier, is a Tai Chi instructor. Tai Chi, comedic yoga, and meditation. I have to put them all in meditation.
Yeah, yeah.